old as the sport itself. Two teams that when the history books are referenced, their names populate virtually every page. Winged helmets, golden domes, and as always, when these two match up, legacy is on the line. One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Notre Dame coming off a 10-win season, but there was a sour taste in their mouth after they were left out of the college football playoff. Marcus Freeman has so many great recruits loaded with talent. He knows this team is going to have a huge chip on their shoulder as they try to get back into the college football playoff this season. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Wolverines ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The give is to Williams. Got enough for the first. Could be an alley. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. To the ground. He's got it again. Turning it on. Knocked out at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back, and he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The lone back's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Underwood. Fires to the wideout. With the catch, it's Marsh. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Michigan. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Extra point here will tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for it. Makes the grab in their space. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. On the ground, it's James. Finds a crease at the 20. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like...
There he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Finding an escape route. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Got a little grab, just bowing ahead. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, I think the coaches sort of got together and decided, hey, on this drive, we're going to establish the run. We're going to be more physical. First 2 plays of the drive are run plays, and both have had success. The players have gotten the message very, very clearly. We have got to come out here, and we've got to win the line of scrimmage.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Gets it out quickly. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And this offense is a pretty smart offense, and they're going to use their guys and their weapons all kinds of different ways. And you see it right out the gates in this football game. Getting your running back in space, running the real route, getting him matched up on the matchup you want so you can take advantage. This offense will do this all throughout the game.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Here's Underwood to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds a man on the right. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Hauls it in. Touchdown, Wolverines. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And hey, listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Snags it, and he's open. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And, man, you see it so many times, man. These crossing routes, like, it doesn't matter if it's zone or if it's man. Like, zone, you find the hole. Man, you run away from guys. And if you put the ball on the money, just like the QB did right there, that's what happens. The yards after the catch, man. You can...
I'd have a chance. Touchdown, Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And he made the extra point without problem. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. The keeper on the option. Picks up the first down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Looking for a huge play. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Working that left side now. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They'll run the counter. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. It's complete on the right side. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
Underwood. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. He's got it on the move. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Nice execution by this defense. One of the strengths of this offense is 3rd down. They're really good at it. They were ready. Nice job getting the guy on the ground, forcing the 4th down.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Takes the handoff. It's James. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Play action, Carr. Makes the grab on the left. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
Maybe some room here. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The give. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Coming out with it, it's Stewart. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Makes the grab. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back to throw. It's Underwood. Under fire. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping that.
Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Throwing, Underwood. Trying to make magic with his feet. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. Excellent job using the clock. They get the timeout. 2 ticks remaining, and now they can put up points before going to the locker room. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Fellows, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 11 team, the Houston Cougars. And it's the Red Raiders able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. They finally break into the win column after starting the year 0-3. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Bounced off his feet.
Well, the defense defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Runs through a tackle. Maybe a crease. Gives him the big stiff arm. Running through contact. Touchdown, Michigan! He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Here's Underwood to throw. And they're not on the same page there.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Carr throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Carr. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long, it's tough to, you know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throw him the football. That's when he catch a big fella.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. The run inside. It's Marshall. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. On the move. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down, as they've got a first at the 32.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this offense has done such a good job protecting their dude at quarterback, but the defense finally gets home. Listen, that's their third sack in 2 weeks. They got to do a better job applying pressure on the quarterback.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here come the Irish, back on offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Carr on play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Holds it in. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Play action, C.J. Carr. Makes a catch. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Notre Dame comes to the line. That last completion giving them a fresh set of downs. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. Now the play fake. Quarterback extends the play. Fires on the move. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Carr. Right on the money. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats and what has been a tight ball game. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Unloads to the right. Converts on fourth down. Still going. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff?
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. What a game he's had. Third touchdown of this one and 5 on the season. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the fourth. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with this.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Fourth down, Underwood. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Man, that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executed in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Underwood. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive. Like, they can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gains. They've got to keep their foot on the gas. They've got to take some shots, work the middle of the field, but make some big plays down the...
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Fires to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Bryce Underwood to the air again. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown Wolverines! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Big Blue with the answer. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Play fake, Carr. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left. The Irish send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Makes a move. There he goes. Open it up. And he takes it all the way back for a touchdown, and this thing just got a little wackier. Still alive here in the late stages. Well, they got the score they needed. Now they need to get the ball back, and the question is, there's a little pressure when you have the lead right here to secure the ball and not give them another chance.
And if you're anticipating onside kick, you better get your hands team out on the field. And you've gone through this and you've practiced these situations before, but that oblong football, Reese, it bounces in funny ways. We've seen crazy stuff happens in these situations. I can't wait for this one.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
Stumbled to the ground. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great...
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Might as well give it to him again. For now, until whenever these two decide to play again, that Golden Dome will